county.
To Malawi now, where the country is in mourning and following the death of its Vice President Saulos Chilima after a plane crash that also killed 8 other people. Malawi President Lazarus Chakwera announced the death of Chilima after a day search of the ill-fated plane. In a news briefing today, President Chakwera said there were no survivors. The military aircraft was expected to land at Mzuzu International Airport in the north of the country. Innocent Ogaro reports.
We have now come to the very end of our...
Just a day after Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera ordered a search and rescue operation for the missing aircraft, he announced the death of Saulos Chilima, who was among the 9 people aboard the military aircraft. According to President Chakwera, all the passengers aboard the ill-fated aircraft died. This was after the plane failed to land as scheduled and efforts by aviation authorities to make contact with the aircraft failed.
The search and rescue team has found the aircraft near a hill in the Chikangawa forest, and they have found it completely destroyed with no survivors, as all passengers on board were killed on impact.
The aircraft was scheduled to make a 45-minute flight from the southern African nation's capital, Lilongwe, to the city of Mzuzu, around 370 kilometers. Air traffic controllers are said to have told the pilots not to attempt landing at Mzuzu's airport because of bad weather and poor visibility. The pilots were told to turn back to Lilongwe. In an address to the nation, President Lazarus Chakwera on Monday night vowed the search operations would continue until the plane was found, adding that authorities had used telecommunications towers to track the last known position of the plane to a 10-kilometer 6-mile radius in one of the plantations. That area was the focus of the search and rescue operation.
I know that we are all frightened and concerned. I too am concerned. But I want to assure you that I am sparing no available resource to find that plane.
Chakwera said Nzimbiri, the ex-wife of former President Bakili Muluzi, was also one of the passengers who died. The group was traveling to attend the funeral of a former government minister. Prior to the travel, Chilima had just returned from an official visit to South Korea on Sunday. Chilima was a well-known politician, having joined Chakwera's campaign as a running mate in a historic election rerun in 2020, when Chakwera was elected president. It was the first time in Africa that an election result overturned by a court resulted in the defeat of the sitting president. Chilima was the first Malawian to head Airtel Malawi, the leading mobile telecommunications company in the southern African country. Chilima had previously faced corruption charges of allegations that he received money in return for influencing the awarding of government contracts, but prosecutors dropped the charges last month. Chilima's plane crash comes amid recent similar accidents that have claimed the lives of key leaders, such as Iran President Ibrahim Raisi, and recently in Kenya, the former Chief of Defense Forces Francis Ogola. The philosophy on the table is whether the recent string of plane crashes is targeting senior government officials. Innocent Ogaro, KTN News.